People get ready.
The robots are coming.
The usual suspects and a few new faces. Churning out the hits in a whole season of French flair. Top 14, next round, February 20th, live and exclusive on Eurosport 2.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our coverage of the three-cushion billiards World Cup event from Spain. There's been plenty of high-quality action over the course of the competition, plenty of skill on show as the world's best have done battle in what's been a closely fought tournament. And we're now down to the wire, just two men are left standing. It's Dick Jaspers against Jaspers Bomdahl. It's the final. And what a final it should be. These two players among the very best in the world, and first of three sets to win this World Cup event. I can tell you that Dick Jaspers has made a good start. He's already won the first set 15-6, picking it up here in set two. Bomdahl is at the table and he's leading by 4 points to 1, so 15 points will win you the set, and as I say, 3 sets are needed to become World Cup champion. Bomdahl therefore could do with getting this one on the board to level things up. Now he's going to play here off 3 cushions and then attempt the cannon from one object ball to the other. Not, well, I said it hadn't come off. In fact, it did. Not quite as planned, but nevertheless, he'll take anything, I'm sure, in the final. So if you are new to this game, and I know that we have new viewers joining us all the time, I'll explain the rules. Each player has a cue ball. You see Bomdahl is playing with the yellow cue ball. The idea is to either do what he did there, which was come off 3 cushions and then contact the 2 balls, or the more normal shot is to strike one object ball, come off 3 cushions, at least 3, it can be more than 3, at least 3 cushions, and then make contact with the other object ball. So there, he didn't score because he didn't come off 3 cushions. Got to come off 3 before hitting that second object ball. I know it'll seem odd to all our snooker viewers here on Eurosport that there are no pockets. This is a game purely about angles and making cannons. There you see he came off 2 cushions, not 3, so that didn't count. But he does lead 5-1 here in the second set. This is Dick Jaspers from the Netherlands. He's 43 years of age. He's the world number 1. Now let's see if he can execute this shot off 3 cushions. It's going to be 4, in fact. He's got to get the cannon from one to the other, and he has done. You see that shot played when the 2 balls are close together. But this game, as you've probably already worked out if you are new to us, not easy. Far from it. It is a game where luck doesn't really play much of a part. The odd shot here and there, it's mainly skill, mainly pinpoint precision. And this guy, Dick Jaspers, is one of the very best. Twice world champion, twice European champion. He's won around a dozen titles in his native Holland. And he's got a best run of 26. That's only 5 off the all-time highest run of 31. So, to remind you, they each have a cue ball, and as Bomdahl was playing yellow, Jaspers is playing with the white. And 15-6, he won that opening set. Here's the replay of the last shot. In the knockout phase, from the last 16 onwards, he's only lost 2 sets, Jaspers. We saw him a couple of weeks ago beat Martin Horn 3-1 in the semi-finals. And you can see what a great crowd it is. It's virtually a full house here for this one. This tournament has been very well appreciated. Although I'm sure a few of them were disappointed to see Daniel Sanchez, the Spaniard, lose 3-2 in the semis to Bomdahl. run standing at 3. And it means he's just a point behind. This is, again, the last shot. Banks aside, dragging the cue ball back off the back cushion. Well, he didn't get it on the way past, but it's a fast table. Well, he's gone round again, so that is the end of that contribution. 3 scored by Dick Jaspers. What you will see, I'm sure, over the course of the match is the players attempting to leave one of the object balls reasonably close to the corner of a table, because in a situation like this here, if you go round the back of it, coming back you can get it the other way, but on that occasion the object ball is a little bit too far away on the corner for that to happen. If you can get a ball trapped in the corner, I think it is definitely a help. It's a bigger target, makes for a bigger target. Now, as you see, the 2 object balls close together, so once again Bomdahl coming off 3 cushions, or attempting to, one onto the other, but didn't get the right contact on the first object ball. Bomdahl's highest run, by the way, 24. Jaspers, as I said, 26. 31 is the highest has ever been in competition. Needed to catch the white half ball as opposed to full ball, and you only have to be a fraction out, a margin out in this game to fail. That's why when I say the highest run is 31, it doesn't sound a lot at all, but when you see the game you can understand that it is very impressive. And that was pretty impressive from Dick Jaspers. And he's drawn level 5 each here in the second set, having won the first. 3 sets required for victory. Well, this is some path the cue ball's taken. Oh, he just brushed it. You heard the intake of breath, not just from him, but from this audience, because for a moment it looked like he just missed it, but just caught it, and just is enough. Watch this again, just catches the side of it, barely moved the red. But the run does continue. Jaspers has won 38 World Cup and international events. Prodigious winner, and as I say, current world #1. You can see why with shots like the last couple we've seen. So he's gone into the lead 7-5. This contribution currently standing at 3. And it goes up to 4. That was a shot played with some pace. Most of the shots you see tend not to be played at pace. It's a very fast table. It's a napless cloth. And the problem with playing at pace like this is that quite often the first object ball that you strike, because it's going round at such a pace, will come back and collide into the cue ball, or indeed the other object ball, before the second cannon has been made, and that tends to be why they don't play too many shots at that sort of pace. You don't want that first object ball running around the table, because it's a small table, smaller than a snooker table certainly. It can cause problems. And he's got problems here because he's gone round back of the yellow, and that means that the run ends at 4. It's 8-5 then in this second set to Dick Jaspers. Jaspers with his 38 titles, international titles. Bomdahl here has won over 60 World Cups and international events. He's the senior man by 3 years, 46 to Jaspers is 43, and he knows every inch of this 3-cushion billiards table, including that little corner there. Fascinating game this is. It's a different sorts of skills to the ones we're used to seeing in snooker, because of course there's no potting, so it's a pure test of knowledge of angles and applying spin to the cue ball, side to the cue ball. Now it's going around the red here, but it may get it on the way back if it runs, and it has done. Great shot again, and there proving really what I was saying about having the ball towards the corner. Now the two object balls here, in fact of course he's playing with the yellow cue ball, so they're not the two object balls, it's the cue ball and one of them. I was going to say he might come off 3 cushions first, but of course that won't apply. It would if he was playing white, I expect. But he has the yellow cue ball, and he's doing pretty well with it. He's now drawn level 8 each. Goes 2 sets down. He's obviously under pressure against a player like Jaspers. Had a tough match in the semis, came through 3-2 against the local boy Spaniard Daniel Sanchez. 4 times world champion, 8 times European champion, Sweden's Jaspers Bomdahl. Well, this is running and running, and it makes it. And the point I was making about going at pace, there's no need to, because this table is so fast. But you have to be absolutely exact when you've got the object ball out in the middle of the table like this, because there's plenty of room, of course, to go round. It has to be absolutely online. Is this online? Looks like it. Well, just a little flying invader there, which, as you say, Bomdahl has dealt with. Put away a few opponents in his time, never quite like that. And he concentrates once again. Run already up to 5. Well, he got the red before the cushion. He needed it cushion first, because he'd only come off 2. So that's where the run ends at 5. He has gone into the lead. He was starting to look really good there. So a set down. Jaspers Bomdahl has gone into the lead here in the second set. He leads Dick Jaspers by 10 points to 8.
February is a real live b-ball party. Clubs on the Edge play out a Sweet 16. Handball's back and it's full speed ahead in the league that wears the badge of champions. Young ones take a break, get a chance to shine and positively make the grade. The pros on the Winter Action Sports Tour are heading for the hills. 2 dates, 2 trials. Barcelona and Bolzano test man and bike. The NNL's enjoying a smashing season and it's only just getting started. Careful, wet paint. Discover the art of paintballing. All this and more, February on Eurosport 2, New Generation Sports Channel.
Dick Jaspers back at the table then, 10-8 down in this second set to Jaspers Bomdahl of the final of the latest World Cup event here in Spain. And Jaspers, of course, is a set up. He won the first set 15-6. First to 3 will become champion. Oh, look at the action he's got on the white here. And worthy of that applause, dragged the white back across the table to make contact with that red in the corner. Side reversing, and once again proof of the tremendous skill required to play this game at the top level. Once again, off check ball still in the corner of the table. Once again, he finds it, so he's all square 10 each. Well, he's a bit close here to this red ball. Well, he's down to see if he's going to be online, but he's not, and I don't think it's going to reach. Well, it's rolling and rolling, but not quite far enough. So 10-10 in this gripping second set, much closer than the first set, which Jaspers won 15-6.
Una.
Score, by the way, is always given out in French in 3-cushion billiards under the UMB, Union Mondiale de Billard official rules. Game was established really in New York in the early 19th century, but sorry, the early 20th century. The scores are given out in French.
Una.
Meanwhile, just one scored. In any language, he's only gone one ahead. 11-10 Bomdahl, so he still needs 4 more points, but Jaspers back at the table and, of course, well capable of winning the set at this visit.
Una.
Nicely done again. And we're back level again. Well, this time, as you can see, the 2 object balls are together. He's playing white, so you may see the shot where it comes off 3 cushions first. That was the last shot. Got him back level, 11 points all. Now, which way is he going to go here? So close together, as I said. Everybody wondering what he's going to do. Well, he's not coming off 3 cushions first. Playing off the red and coming back around for the yellow, and played it and weighted it perfectly. So Jaspers is back in front and very much in control of the final, because of course he's a set up. It's only first of 3 sets. He will be champion. Well, that doesn't count because he only came off 2 cushions. Trying to come around, get the red on the way back. Didn't work out for him. Didn't want to collide with it here. But look where Bomdahl's cue ball's come to rest, right on the back cushion. Not exactly position A, can't get his hand on the bed of the table. There it is. Well, it's not where he would have chosen to put it. Well, he's going to come all the way around the table here to try and cannon into both of them. Just look at this shot. If it comes off, it will be a tremendous shot. Oh, he's got the white but not the red. He wanted to catch them both at the same time. Well, he wasn't far away. All the way around, but here he wanted just to clip the red first and didn't quite manage it. So Jaspers moves 2 ahead, 13-11, 2 points needed. Can he win the set and take a 2-0 lead here at this visit? Certainly wouldn't put it past him. World #1 and experienced winner, and enjoying some good form of late, not least here in this event. Well, to wait for another chance
Una.
to win the set. That's assuming he gets one. It's up to this man, Jaspers Bomdahl. Crowd getting very animated as the set approaches its conclusion. By the way, just while we have a moment, next month, March 12th to the 15th, here on Eurosport 2, we'll be showing live three-cushion billiards, the Jipi Masters, quarter-finals, semi-finals, and the final live 4 days from the 12th to the 15th of March here on Eurosport 2. Make a date in your diaries. Oh, well, that's lucky. He holds his hand up. Well, it happens from time to time. It's a game mainly of skill. You do get the odd bit of luck, and that was a perfect example of how it can happen. Wanted to catch the red and then onto the white, but the red moved the white into the path of the yellow cue ball, so it was lucky, but nevertheless, it counts. Nothing lucky about that one. And it brings him level at 13 all. So he needs 2 more for the set. This is getting tense. Well, 1 point away now from winning this second set. It's time to just compose himself and gather his thoughts for a moment as we look at this last shot. Well, this is for the set. Oh, agonisingly close. Couldn't have got any closer to the red. But it means there's hope for Jaspers. 14-13, Bomdahl leads. 15 needed to win the set. That could have been it. But it wasn't it. This is how close he did come. Just watch the yellow. At this point, it looked odds on. He'd just flicked the red, but referee was right over it, and he just failed to make contact. Now the crowd, as I say, getting very, very involved with this very interesting match. 2 points Jaspers needs to take the second set, and a 2-0 lead. Well, there's one of them. So 14 all. Jaspers just a point away. As is Bomdahl, of course, but it's Jaspers at the table, so he's got first chance to tie up this second set and lead 2-0. It's all on this shot. Well, was so close, that was. He came off 2 cushions and not the third, and it was literally just a couple of millimetres between the two. And you saw him go back to his seat, I'm sure believing that the set has gone. Well, what an atmosphere there is here. So can Bomdahl, after all that, take advantage? Well, the answer's no. The answer's no. The nerves are getting to both players. Again, it was only 2 cushions, not 3. So once again, Dick Jaspers to take a 2-0 lead. Oh, and the object ball has come back into the path of the cue ball, knocked it offline. Well, what's going to happen next? That was a chance to really take control of the match, and it was a chance that in the end went begging. So once again, Torbjorn Bomdahl to level things up at 1-all. And this very exciting conclusion to the second set. Well, this time it looks better. It looks better. It is better. And Bomdahl takes the set. Well, it was a very dramatic conclusion. Bomdahl, having lost the first set, 15-6, has finally won the second, 15-14, and we're all square, 1-all.
White is back in fashion with another adrenaline-packed season on the road to Vancouver 2010. World Cups, World and European Championships, all the major competitions live as the Big White Circus crisscrosses the globe. The road to Vancouver 2010, all season long, live on Eurosport and Eurosport 2. Thrills guaranteed.
The Mediterranean as it once was.
Follow every race of the 2009 Alpine Ski World Championships at Val d'Isère with live comments, results and breaking news, all at eurosport.yahoo.com.
Sports news around the clock on Eurosport 2. Kick off with the latest results from around the globe. Stay ahead with the breaking stories throughout the day. Top it off with a full roundup of all the action. Sports news throughout the day on Eurosport 2.
Welcome back to the final of this 3-cushion billiards World Cup event here in Spain. Well, Dick Jaspers won the first set. Torbjorn Bomdahl won a very close second, but Jaspers has won the third 15-4, so he recovered from the loss of that dramatic second set to go back in front 2-1. He needs one more set to become champion. This is the start of set 4. So Bomdahl has it all to do again. Of course, he levelled things up once. To stand any chance of winning, he's got to do so again. And he's not made the best of starts. Jaspers used his experience in the previous set, because he would have been disappointed. He had a couple of 3 chances to kill off a 2-0 lead at the end of the second set, but didn't really affect him. He won the third, as I say, 15-4. I'm sure he'll be determined now to really seize the initiative and obviously try and avoid a deciding set and all the tension that will bring, although I'm sure this crowd, who really got into the action, it's a really big crowd here, I'm sure they would like to see more of this fascinating battle between the game's 2 top players. An intricate little shot, very nicely done. Well, he's really stepping it up now, isn't he? Dick Jaspers. He knew exactly where that was going, pointed his cue as if to say, follow my lead. Well, it certainly did the cue ball. Here again, coming all the way around the table. Looks good again, and it is good again. So he's motoring here into the lead in this 4th set. Remember, if he wins it, the match is over. He's the champion on this latest World Cup event of 3 cushion billiards. Already up to 5 at this visit. This was the latest shot. They really are masters, aren't they, of this very skillful game. I know the idea to you snooker fans out there of a game without pockets is, in theory, quite a strange one, but when you see it, I think you will appreciate the skill, the level of skill that's involved. Certainly in this match you've seen some excellent play, and this looks pretty good again if it's online, and it is online. And the run goes to 6. Mobile phone sounds, that is a problem in a lot of cue sports. Of course, you need quiet while the players are actually out there on the table, but plenty of noise in between shots, not least the applause of the crowd who've really got into the contest and seem to be loving every minute of it. Although the Dick Jaspers fans in the crowd, I suspect, will be enjoying it a bit more than Bomdahl's. And, well, he's just brushed the red. Well, that was close. It literally, again, millimetres between scoring and not scoring there. Just watch this again. He just brushes it. Again, the red barely moves, but he did touch it, and that's ultimately all that matters. And he's now up to 7. Remember, 15 needed to become champion. Well, what a great effort this is. It really is, and the highest run of the match so far. Another phone goes off, but doesn't seem to be putting Dick Jaspers off. Of course, the crowd had told to turn it off before play starts. There's always someone who forgets, or sometimes more than someone. Well, alarm bells starting to ring for Jaspers Bomdahl, because you can't do anything when you're sat in your chair, and he's been sat in his chair ever since he failed to score from his first shot in this set. Dick Jaspers already up to 8 with this contribution, looking to pull away in this 4th set, and he's continuing to do so. The question now remains, how many can he score here? Really putting Bomdahl under it. Going to come back to the table at some point, but he's going to be a long way behind. This just takes a bit of working out, because as you see, the 2 object balls are both on that back cushion. So this will have to be some shot. He's coming all the way around the table. Red onto the yellow is the shot. Well, he's got the red, not quite the right contact, and so he's been denied. But what a fine effort that was. Contribution of 9. That run has really allowed him to take command now of this final. He leads by 2 sets to 1, and in the 4th set here he leads 9-0. So Jaspers Bomdahl really has it all to do.
Coming of age, the next generation get a taste of sport on the main stage. A fun test that can mark the stars of the future. European Youth Olympic Festival from Poland, starting Monday, live and exclusive on Eurosport 2.
Skill, power, sweat. It was all just for starters. Roll on, the main round. Handball Champions League main round, Saturday night, only on Eurosport 2.
So Jaspers Bomdahl up against it, 9-0 down in the 4th set, 2 sets to 1 down. His first of 3 sets, who wins this World Cup of 3-cushion billiards event here in Spain. He's really fighting a rearguard action now. But he is a fighter, is the Swede. He's a great champion. And do not write him off yet. It's a long way back. First to 15, of course. Takes the set, but well, you do feel if anyone can do it, it's this man. Came through a very close semi-final, didn't he, against Daniel Sanchez of Spain, 3-2. Managed to prolong his stay in Spain a little bit longer now. How's he done here? I don't think he's quite got there. Well, I mean, it couldn't have been any closer. It didn't quite look online. It certainly wasn't going to hit it full ball. Just a question of whether it might scrape the side of the ball, but it didn't, ultimately. Jaspers is off again, so he leads 10-1. Now, he made 9 at his last visit. If he makes 6 at this one, it's match over, it's tournament over.
Look.
Well, I think he's going to get there eventually. That shot was fraught with danger because the yellow was threatening to ruin it, but the white kept coming back and forth across the table, eventually found its target. 12-1, 3 points needed. Worth seeing this one again. Just watch the yellow back and forth as the white was back and forth, but they just avoided collision. And the run extended to 3. 3 points needed then. I'll make that 2. 13-1 he leads. Does Dick Jaspers. Looks like he may back to go out in style. His first visit in this set, he scored 9. He needs another 2 points for victory. And what's impressed me is the way that he's really stepped up a gear, having lost the second set in very close circumstances. He had a chance, a couple of chances, more than a couple in fact, to win it, but he won the third set 15-4, and here he is in this set, set 4, leading 13-1, so 2 points required. Well, he's just calming himself down, I think. I can understand why. This is now the critical phase of the whole tournament. It's been a great event, this, well attended, excellent skill on show from all sides, not least these two who've reached the final, Jaspers Bomdahl and Dick Jaspers, but it's come down to the crunch now. Here in the fourth set of 5, Jaspers hoping it'll be the last set. Well, it may continue a little longer because that run does end at 4. Good run it was, but not enough to bring him to victory. And again, it was very close, wasn't it, to just catching that yellow. Just watch it again. There you see 1, 2, 3 cushions and just glides by the yellow. That would have taken him to the brink, but as it is, Bomdahl is back, but he's a long, long way back, 12 points behind. 13-1, he needs to really, to stand any chance now of winning, really motor. Well, that could have been his last shot, but of course he scored, so he keeps going. I don't know whether in his own mind he will feel this is already over, but I suppose he can't afford to think that. He's got to keep positive, keep believing. You never know, do you? He's well capable of scoring 14 points in one go, but of course that's not to say it's going to happen. Just made it. Well, he's still going. And he's still going. He's never going to surrender this without some sort of struggle. Now that was another shot that had to be absolutely exact. He's up to 4 here, so it's 13-5. He will know, of course, that were he to break down, Jaspers would need just 2 points to win. So he's got a lot to do, Bomdahl, but as long as he's at the table, he's got half a chance. Well, is this going to reach? Well, it might, you know. Nicely done again. That red out in the middle of the table made it a tough shot. And Bomdahl's supporters, and there are many of them, I'm sure will be reflecting that this was a sort of form he could have done with producing earlier on. At least in a more consistent way. But he was undone in this set by, well, the fact that he missed his first shot or failed to score from his first shot, but also the 9 points that Jaspers scored in one go. It's really put this man under the cosh. But he's reacting well here so far, giving it one last go, one last throw of the dice. And he's still going, he's up to 6. So it's 13-7. This would be some effort, wouldn't it, to somehow pull it out the bag and force a decider. So can he keep it going? Well, I think this time he's come up dry. He's gone round the back of the red. Applause for Jaspers Bomdahl. But the audience know it could have been his last shot. We will see. Dick Jaspers needs 2 points for victory. Just went round the back of the red. Well, Jaspers, I think, quite rightly, is going to take his time over this. If he can get this right, he will kill the set off without the anxiety of Bomdahl possibly coming back again. Well, this is not going to be far away. Off the back cushion, into the red just about. Well, my word, it was close, but close is enough. All of which means that, having won the first set 15-6, lost the second 15-14 and won the third 15-4, helped by a run of 9 and a later one of 4. And that point there, Dick Jaspers needs one more point to win this World Cup event here in Spain. 14-7 his lead, so this for victory. And it's a victory that's well earned by Dick Jaspers. He responded well after losing the second set, and a chance to lead 2-0 in very close circumstances. Bomdahl fought hard, but he congratulates his rival and great friend warmly. Jaspers kicked on. He won the third set 15-4. He's won the last set 15-7. So he's won this title by 3-1, and he deserves this standing ovation. It's been a great tournament. Some real high-quality three-cushion billiards action on show. Well done to Dick Jaspers. He's the winner. From me, David Hendon. It's goodbye.
White is back in fashion with another adrenaline-packed season on the road to Vancouver 2010. World Cups, World and European Championships, all the major competitions live as the Big White Circus crisscrosses the globe. The road to Vancouver 2010, all season long, live on Eurosport and Eurosport 2. Thrills guaranteed.
Welcome to Vienna from Dan O'Hagan.